Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another 10 Car Tuesday episode, and we're just going to sort of quickly look at some Ford Mustangs, Hot Wheels Ford Mustangs. I've got a few castings to take a peek at. This first one is the 1971 Boss 351, or the 71 Mustang Mach 1. Casting from Hot Wheels. This particular one you're looking at is from 2011. Let's go ahead and open it up real quick. In green. Looks pretty decent. This is nice. This is a cool Hot Wheels casting. One of the coolest looking Mustangs ever is these 70s Mach 1s. But the casting itself debuted in Hot Wheels Garage Series, so I think the first time it came out, it was more of a premium release. This is the 2011 mainline. I don't know if it came out in any other colors. It may have. It's had a few other releases. It was a Super Treasure Hunt actually in 2014. This is not the Super. This is the regular version of it in 2014. Go ahead and open up that one. Looks pretty good like that too. So Super Treasure Hunt, it's been in the 50 Years of Mustang series, Hot Wheels Entertainment as a James Bond car, 2016 Ford Performance Series, and a few different releases. I've got two more to show you, but real quick, here's this gold one that is the regular Treasure Hunt. I guess it wasn't really a treasure hunt, just the regular car of the Super. It's got a nice metal flake gold look to it. So the casting itself is plastic base, metal body. This one's got a chrome base. This one has some tampos on the sides, and that's it for that one. This one's got hood tampo, tampo on the spoiler, and side tampos. So you actually get three surfaces for this one. Looks better with a black base too. And then, let's see here. This one's from the 50 Years of Mustang. Which, when did that come out? 50 Years of Mustang, I think was, 2014 as well. This one you get top tampos on the top, of course, and side tampos. This one actually has a metal base, which is pretty cool. So there you go, metal base. This is kind of a hybrid, I guess, casting, if you want to think of it that way. So it's got some of the premium features, being that it has a metal base, but it doesn't have the rubber tires. I don't think I even have a version of this besides the Super. The Super Treasure Hunt, I do have it. It's just out of reach for me right now. I do have the Super. That one, of course, has a plastic base and rubber tires, and now I have one with a metal base and plastic tires. I don't think I've got a version of this casting, actually, that has both the metal base and the rubber tires. Anyway, this is a nice looking one. I didn't even realize it had the metal base until I just pulled it out right now, so definitely you can feel the weight difference between these two cars. And then, lastly, the Ford Performance Series that just came out recently, or I guess sort of recently, 2016. Is that when this came out? 2016? Jeez, time is flying. All right, so let's go ahead and open that one up. This one's got the most interesting card art, by the way. Here's the other cars in the series, in case you care about that as well. Yeah. This one's just plastic base. Pretty nice green sparkle. Zentner, Jones, clone. Black plastic base. Just side tampos. So these two, I would say, out of them are probably the best ones. The red one and maybe this green one. And the other reason why I'm saying it's got a little extra attention to it, where it's got three surfaces you know, two sides and a top that actually have graphics on them. And this one, of course, is a winner because it's got the metal base. But actually, I don't know. I mean, if I really had to pick, that might be actually be the best looking one as far as color goes out of the four here. But there's your first 4 cars for 10 Car Tuesday. We're going to move on now to a different casting. Oh, yeah, by the way, this casting was last seen in the 2019 mainline. And I believe that is in the screen, whatever the screen time one with the, I think it's the James Bond car, just like a basic version of it. All right, so there's that. And then the next cast we're going to look at, we're going to go towards modern here. 2015 Ford Mustang GT. I think this was in, yeah, then and now. So the then car of this actually was a Super Treasure Hunt. This one was not. This one's never been a Super. This one actually, this casting debuted in the 2014 50th Mustang set. And then it appeared here in the 2015 mainline in 2 colors, and we're going to take a look at both of them. And then since 2016 mainline, 2018 mainline, where it also was given a red edition, and then the 2018 mainline. And gosh, why am I like thinking that this car has had a Super? What casting was the Mustang, the modern Mustang, that had a Super Treasure Hunt? Is that this one? Hold on one second. Ah, yes. Here it is. This Super Treasure Hunt. Okay, yeah, so this casting did have a Super Treasure Hunt release. I don't know why I goofed on that. In my notes for this episode, I do prepare a little bit for these 10 Car Tuesday episodes, especially when we're talking Hot Wheels, just to gather some information about the history of the casting. And for some reason, I missed writing it down that it was a Super, and I should have remembered it because I have it. But there you go. It gets confusing, though. There are a lot of Mustang castings out there. There are a ton, and there's quite a few that look very, very similar, which we're going to take a look at that in a second, because the last 2 castings are very close to each other, and how they look. And then here's the other color. So I think I like this color scheme a little bit better. That's pretty awesome looking, actually. I love how that this light color blue goes with the gray. It's just a really good contrasting color combination. I just think it looks excellent. So it's a really slick looking mainline, actually, if you ask me. I think it's pretty good. We've got side tampos, top tampos, so same tampo scheme, of course, of this. Blue and yellow always looks pretty good together, too, but I think this one looks a little bit better. And this one has a black base. So, yeah. All right. Next was this casting here. This is the 1967 Shelby GT 500. This is 2010 new model, so of course we're seeing that it debuted in 2010 mainline. The car has been used quite a few times since then. It does have a premium version of it, which was out in Hot Wheels Garage and the 2013 Cool Classics series. This casting was last seen in 2018 in a multi-pack exclusive. So I've got 2 here. One being this one in this very good looking sparkly green. With some gold striping. And we get side tampos, we get top, plastic base, metal body, of course. Looks pretty good. I like this one. I like this casting actually quite a bit. I think it's a pretty nice one. I think I got the Cool Classics version of it. I don't have the Hot Wheels Garage version, which would be, I think, the only other more premium version of the casting. I could be wrong, you know. Like I said, just do a little quick research. That's it on each one of these. I like the casting. I think the casting looks pretty good. And then this is the other version of it. There's probably a bunch more colors that came out in 2010 because they were still, around that time, they were really producing a lot of colors of the same cars in the same series of mainline cars. So they kind of got away from doing a ton of recolors now. Usually a car will get 2 recolors in a mainline year. But back in the day, 2007, 2008, like that range, I know for sure the cars seem to have gotten a lot more recolors. So here it is, blue, very nice color blue with the white stripes, black plastic base, same wheels, and it looks pretty good. Okay, now we have this casting, which is the 67 Custom Mustang. So this is super close, of course, because these are both 67s. Of course, this is not the Shelby GT500. This is a 67 Custom Mustang, which if I've learned anything about licensing and how it sort of works, I think a lot of the times if they say Custom Mustang, it was something they had to call the car custom in order to not necessarily skirt some licensing requirement, but sometimes to get a car approved by the licensor, they got to change it to being a custom. So that kind of opens the door to more options, I believe. So this casting is very close to the GT500. We'll take a look at them together side by side in just a moment. So this one here is from 2015, or sorry, 2013. I think it is. Maybe 2014? 2014, right? Oh, I gotta look. Yeah, 2014. All right. So this one's from 2014. Looks pretty good. You got some tampos on the top, tampos on the sides. Got a lot of graphics on this one. A little roughness up here with that stripe up there. That doesn't look too good. Chrome base, which I guess really the only reason why they would be forced to do a chrome base is because the base is part of the bumper, which often means you got to make the base chrome if you want the bumpers chrome. I get it. On this racing style livery, I think they could have went with a black base though. Anyway, the casting itself debuted in the 2011 Hot Wheels Garage. This was also, I believe, in the 2013 Cool Classic series as well. And then, so if my research is correct, so it has had sort of a premium release. I think I might have the Cool Classics one, like I do with the Shelby. But let's check out, or at least I got one of the two for sure. And then I've got the MACH one from that year to take a look at as well, from 2014. So let's go ahead and pop that real quick, and then we'll kind of compare the two 67 Mustang castings here. So here's the MACH. Love the MACH cars. Everybody's a pretty big fan of them. I'm a big fan of them. They just look really good. You know, silver is one of my, favorite car colors. Just everything looks pretty good in silver, and this is kind of like silver, but it's, just the raw metal, and I think it looks cool. It was a really cool idea for Hot Wheels to start doing MACH cars. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Let's take a look now at the two castings together. Let's use this blue one because blue one might be easier to see the details. So you can see how the front end is tooled differently. This one's got hood pins. This one's got, the grill inside of there is actually part of the interior piece. So you get a nice little color break there. And there's how the back looks different. So this one's got a spoiler, a little bit different taillight configuration, and of course no bumper. It's just got the dual exhaust sticking out of the back. And then the front bumper is smaller too. And the hood's different. So there's a couple differences. The side, you can see this one's got like louvers here. This one does not. These areas look a little bit different. Actually, really, when you look close, the overall silhouette of the car is a little bit different. But they both look really cool and both really similar. So if you weren't taking close looks at them, you'd almost would think that these are the same casting. They're just not. Obviously, they're not when you look at them up close and out of the package. But still, two pretty cool Mustang castings. Out of these two, I definitely like this green one a bit better. Out of these two, I definitely like the ZAMAC one a bit better. We already said we'd like that one, and then we already said we also like that one. So, pretty neat. And that's it for this 10 Car Tuesday episode. Some Mustang castings for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Take a look at the playlist for more 10 Car Tuesdays. They're kind of random. We go over different brands. There's always some sort of theme to the episode. And today's was Mustang. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.